I have seen so many arguments online on why the US are always involved in countries that are rich in oil, despite the fact that they are the highest producer of crude oil in the world. So there are so many reasons why they are involved in countries that are rich in oil, but I'm just going to mention just three reasons why they are always involved in countries that are rich in oil. Number one is power, number two is petrodollar, then number three is for their own consumption. I'm going to start with the third one, which is the consumption. Now, USA, they are the highest producer of crude oil in the world. They produce about 15 to 20 million barrels of crude oil per day. At the same time, they are the highest consumer of crude oil per day. They consume more than 20 million barrels of crude oil per day. So this means they are consuming more than what they are producing. If they are consuming more than what they are producing, where are they getting the extra crude oil from? They import, they source from other countries in whatever way they can. And also they have what they call the strategic oil reserve. This strategic oil reserve are reserves of crude oil that are kept in case of any eventualities like war, or in case their production of crude oil declined drastically, then they take from that their strategic oil reserve. Now, where do they get the oil they keep in that strategic oil reserve? Also, it is not their own oil they produce, because it's not even enough for them. They import, like I said, they get it from other countries in whatever means they can. We all know what the whatever means they can. The second one, which is petrodollar. The petrodollar is a deal made in Saudi Arabia after the Second World War. This means that any crude oil in the world must be sold and must be bought in US dollars. This makes the economy of the US dollar very strong. It makes their currency very strong. In exchange, they provide military support for Saudi Arabia. They also improve the economy of Saudi Arabia. They provide protection too for Saudi Arabia. So today, any country that will sell crude oil in any other currency aside from US dollars will be inviting US problems. This is what happened to Iraq. This is what happened to Libya. This is what happened to Venezuela. Not that they just went into Iraq just to steal their oil just like that. No. The major reason why they went into Iraq, why they went into Libya, why they went into Venezuela is because these countries started selling oil in other currencies aside from the US dollars. And these countries are the major players in global energy. They are the highest producers of crude oil in the world. Venezuela is one of the highest producers of crude oil in the world. Iraq is one of the highest producers of crude oil in the world. Libya too is also one of the highest producers of crude oil in the world. These countries all have one thing in common. They started selling crude oil in other currencies. Venezuela started selling crude oil in euro. Iraq also started selling currency in euro and tried to stop other Arabian countries from selling crude oil in US dollars. Same thing with Libya. Libya too started talking about selling crude oil with gold. They has already started talking to other African nations that are rich in oil like Nigeria, Angola, and that. Then the number one reason is power. Anyone that controls the global energy controls the world. That is it for the US. They want to be controlling the global energy. And as far as Nigeria is concerned, we are one of the major players in the global energy. We are one of the highest producers of crude oil in the world. I think we are between 7th to 10th. It's fluctuating. Nigeria now. Nothing is stable in this country. So we are between 7th to 10th. We are fluctuating. In fact, Nigeria is the highest producer of crude oil in Africa. So because we are one of the major players in the global energy, the US will do whatever it takes to make sure we are under their umbrella. They will do anything they want to make sure that Nigeria is under their umbrella. They don't mind coming into this country to start a war. They don't care. So USA will do anything possible to make sure that Nigeria is under their umbrella. If Nigeria is under their umbrella, this automatically means the energy sector in Africa is under the US control. So this is just what it means. And the policies that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have been putting out lately has been showing some kind of anti-US interest, like attending BRICS meeting. And we all know what BRICS are about to do. They are about to end the petrodollar, and also this naira for crude swap between Dangote and the Nigerian government. That may not be a problem per se, but the moment this policy starts going to other African countries, you guys are going to see real problems. When I say problems, I mean real problems.